Now it is in the form of American standard pallet machine. We must change it to the form of European standard pallet machine. In the later operation, these two square tubes are already painted. 1. Loosen the screws on the upper and lower sides of the square tube and take down the two square tubes. Two. Click the display screen manual inner backing cylinder to raise the backing. 3. Put the 3 wooden squares connected to the foot pier into the equipment. Four. Loosen the screws of the blue backing board to adjust the backing board to the best position. Five. Put 2 layers of wooden bars and keep the 2 layers of backing bars and the wooden bars at the same level. Six. If the height of the blue backing board is higher than the wooden board, you can adjust the adjustment screw of the cylinder at the back. 7. The worker walks to the back of the nailing machine and adjusts the screws behind the cylinder, clockwise down, counterclockwise up. 8. Adjust the iron block under the middle wooden square. Loosen the screws and adjust it upward to keep the iron plate and the wooden square at the same level. 9. Not only the middle beam is adjusted. 10. Release the left hand pull valve. Adjust the left wooden square according to the requirements of the pallet drawing, and close the hand pull valve. 11. Find the wooden board and adjust the width of the pallet. You can measure it with a roller. After adjustment, close the hand pull valve. Click the manual screen on the display. Inner clamping cylinder, outer pressure cylinder. 13. Release the right hand pull valve and push the entire right clamp. Now you can find that there are 3 baffles blocking the middle, which need to be removed. 14. Remove the cross baffles and continue to push the clamp. Close the hand pull valve after the position of the clamp is fixed in place. 15. Put a wooden board on the pallet. Adjust the position of the cylinder and move it up and down. Keep the upper wooden board and the entire pallet at the same level and fix the cylinder. 16. The left side is also adjusted in the same way. "17. Take another wooden board and put it on the pallet on the right. Adjust the position of the iron plate below and keep it at the same level with the wooden board. 18. The left side is also adjusted in the same way. 19. Now we remove all the other 2 cross-shaped backings. 20. Adjust the blue side panel on the clamp to make it higher than the wooden board. 21. We need to go to the back of the equipment and adjust the screws on the clamp to make the clamp rise and be higher than the wooden board. 22. You can lift your hand slightly up to reach the position of the wood. Tighten the screws. 23. After all the upper and lower adjustments are made, tighten the screws. 24. The same method is used on the right side. Go to the back of the equipment. Loosen the upper and lower screws of the clamp. Adjust it higher than the wooden board and tighten it. 25. This is the adjusted appearance. Note that the blue board cannot exceed the wooden board. 26. The position of the baffles on all the small cylinders on the equipment should be adjusted to the center of the two wooden bars. 27. On the back of the equipment, we find the position of all the aluminum alloy beams corresponding to the cylinders. Loosen the nuts and rotate counterclockwise. 28. We can observe the blue baffle on the small cylinder on the front of the equipment. Raise it. Let the baffle be in the center of the two wooden bars, and then fix the cylinder screws. 29. Adjust the left and right aluminum alloy beams. 30. Click the manual screen on the display screen. Click the inner clamping cylinder and adjust all the clamping trees that have just been adjusted. You can click the inner clamping cylinder repeatedly to check whether all. 31. Take away the second layer of wooden bars. 32. On the display screen, manual page, press and hold the sports car to lower it, and let the sports car come down. 33. Click the inner backing cylinder and the push gun cylinder again to aim the nail gun at the wooden board. 34. Pull the hand pull valve on the right side of the sports car to adjust the position of each nail gun left and right. 35. Loosen the two large nuts on the upper and lower parts of the sports car. Adjust the tightness of the screws below. Keep the gun nozzle 1 to 2 mm away from the wooden board, and the bearing under the gun nozzle can push the wooden board. 36. After adjustment, tighten all the screws. 37. Use the same method to adjust the distance from the muzzle to the board on the right side. 38. When tightening, first tighten the large nut at the back, and then tighten the two screws on the sports car. 39. In the manual screen on the display, return the inner backing cylinder plus gun push cylinder 1 plus outer pressure cylinder to their positions. 40. Click the main screen on the display at press positioning, and the sports car will rise. 41. Click manual, automatic, the cylinder will rise, and the board will be put back. 42. Select any left or right side, and mark the position of all nails with a ruler according to the position of the nails on the pallet, and record it with a marker. 43. Click 1 on the back of the display to edit and enter the number just recorded. "44. Measure the width of the pallet with a ruler and fill it in under the width on the right side of the display. 45. 1 column points are the number of nails in the first column, which is 4. 2 column points are the number of nails in the second column, which is 2. 46. After setting, long press to save as a red light. Wait for the red light to go out. Then press read to turn red and all settings are done. Press return. 47. The manual, automatic mode on the main screen goes out. Click the European Standard mode, password 1. Turn off the unnecessary mode. Generally choose the double column mode plus block mode. The second row of nail shooting mode is yellow. After setting, press the upper right corner fork to close. Enter the American Standard mode. Set the auto pressure mode and automatic unloading mode to red. 48. Click the backside 3 to edit. Wait for a few seconds, and the number above will automatically appear. The editing of the backside 3 is the same as the editing of the backside 1. We just need to press read and save. 49. Click manual, automatic, then click the backside, and put in the wooden board. 50. After pressing the reverse button, press the start button. After the first nail is driven, immediately press the emergency stop switch, and then click the positioning button on the display screen to check the position of the nail. 51. Use a ruler to measure the distance number just marked to see if it is consistent with the distance of the nail. 52. If the distance of the nail is slightly deviated, you can click the parameter, password 1, and modify the distance between the origin and the lower edge of the board. If the nail goes up, you can reduce the value. If the nail goes down, increase the value. 53. Go to the back of the device and load the raw nail. 54. On the manual screen of the display screen, click on nail 1 and nail 3. Click once to eliminate the empty nails. After returning to the home page, click manual, automatic on the display screen to switch to automatic mode. 55. After putting in the wooden board, press the reverse button and the start button on the lower right corner of the device, and the device will drive nails. Drive the second row of nails. During the nailing process, if you encounter any adverse conditions, press the emergency stop button directly to stop the device in time. 56. After finishing, press the return to origin. Change nails option on the display screen to lower the sports car. 57. Click the inner backing cylinder, the outer pressure cylinder, and the horizontal movement cylinder to move the nail gun left and right. 58. If you find that the nail gun cannot hit the board when moving horizontally, loosen the hand pull valve on the nail gun seat and adjust the distance of the nail gun so that the raw nail can hit the board when the nail gun moves horizontally. 59. The horizontal movement distance can be controlled by adjusting the length of the screw on the horizontal movement cylinder. The upper one controls the horizontal movement distance cylinder of the large gun, and the lower one controls the horizontal movement distance cylinder of the small gun. 60. Click the horizontal movement cylinder and the inner tightening cylinder again to see the position of the nail gun. It cannot be on the same horizontal line with the baffle of the inner tightening cylinder and the fixed iron plate at the bottom of the pallet. '61. Click Manual, Automatic again to switch to automatic mode. After putting in the board, press the Start button at the bottom right of the device, and the device will automatically nail. '62. Check whether the horizontal movement position is correct. '63. Now all the debugging on the reverse side is completed. Then turn it over manually and start adjusting the parameters on the reverse side. '64. Click on the display screen manual screen, outer backing cylinder and backing cylinder. '65. The blue board on the inner backing cylinder cannot be blocked by the board on the equipment. There must be some gap between the two. Loosen the screws on the inner backing board to adjust left and right. '66. After adjustment, tighten the screws. '67. Find a wooden board and put it on the middle beam. '68. Loosen the upper and lower small bars on the outer backing and adjust the aluminum alloy beam. '69. Keep the blue board of the outer backing parallel to the small board on the aluminum alloy. '70. The same method is used on the left. Just adjust it to be parallel. '71. You can put a wooden board on the left. Adjust the aluminum alloy beam and the wooden board to have no gap, and fine-tune it up and down. '72. After adjusting up and down, put a horizontal board and fine-tune the gap between the outer backing baffle and the wooden board. '73. The same method is used above. Adjust the wooden board and the bottom of the outer backing to have no gap. '74. According to the requirements of the drawing, calculate the number and distance of the outer backing, and then measure and fix them. '75. The same method is used on the left and right. Adjust the number and distance of the outer backing and fix them. '76. If the outer backing on the equipment is not enough, you can find the remaining outer backing in the electric cabinet and install it from the aluminum alloy beam. '77. Click the outer pressure cylinder. '78. After all the backings are installed, Put the wooden board on it and check whether the left and right clamps are aligned with the wooden board. If there is a gap, you can adjust the screws of the clamps, push the clamps, and tighten the screws after alignment. 79. According to the requirements of the drawing, use a ruler to mark the distance of all nails on the front and record it. The red one is the position of the big gun and the black one is the position of the small gun. 80. At the front one of the display screen, which is the position of the nails of the red gun, enter them one by one. Enter the values as many as you want. If there are none, all are 0. 81. The second column is also the position of the red gun. Enter it too. The points of one column and two columns are 6 and 3. 82. After entering all, long press to save as a red light. After the red light goes out, press read as a red light. 83. Return to the main page. Press the front added 2, which is the position of the black gun. Enter the values just marked. Enter both 1 and 2 columns. The points of one column are 6, and the points of 2 columns are also 6. 84. Then long press to save as a red light. After the red light goes out, press read. 85. Click the manual page, outer backing cylinder, inner backing cylinder. 86. Install the bent nail board according to the position of the bent nail required by the pallet. Install all the bent nail bars and fix them. 87. If the bent nail plate does not reach the position of the wooden board when it is installed, you need to move the position of the cylinder to make the bent nail plate drop to the appropriate position. 88. When adjusting the position of the cylinder, you need to click on the manual page to clamp the cylinder and loosen the cylinder. 89. Install all the bent nail plates on the equipment. 90. We can check the gap between the bent nail plates from the side. If it is large, you need to adjust the gap between the bent nail plate and the wooden board. 91. You need to go to the back and adjust the tightness of the cylinder behind the bent nail plate to move the bent nail plate upward. During the adjustment process, the bent nail plate moves upward. 92. After debugging, check the distance between the bent nail plate and the middle wooden board. 93. Loosen the screws on the equipment clamp and adjust the distance between the bent nail plates and the wooden board on the left and right sides. It is also necessary to adjust it to no gap. '94. You can press the wooden board with your hand to make the wooden board close to the bent nail plate. '95. The same method is used on the right side to adjust the gap between the bent nail plate and the wooden board. '96. Install the hook pallet clamp. '97. Adjust the position of the hook pallet clamp so that it is larger than the bull inner backrest. You can find a piece of wood to adjust the position. '98. Use the same method on the left side to install the hook pallet fixture. '99. Click the manual page and turn the pallet cylinder. '100. Shake the handle on the palletizer to make the two chains of the palletizer close to the middle. '101. Find a piece of wood and put it on it, leaving some gaps on both sides. '102. You can check the distance between the chain and the pallet turning fixture. If there is a deviation, you need to readjust the position of the palletizer and align the pallet turning fixture. '103. Click the sports countdown on the manual page to let the sports count down. Then press the limit cylinder and push gun cylinder 1 to align the gun head with the wooden board. '104. Level all the small screws of the limit cylinder on the side. '105. There is no gap in the gasket of the limit cylinder, and the gun head and the wooden board maintain a gap of 1 to 2 mm. The bearing under the nail gun should not touch the wooden board. Adjust all three large guns in the same way. 106. Click push gun cylinder 2 on the display screen to bring the small gun close to the wooden board. 107. Loosen the 4 screws on the small gun and move the small gun up and down. 108. Just make sure the bearing under the small gun hits the wooden board. Adjust all 3 nail guns in the same way and then fix the screws. Pull open the hand pull valve on the upper right side of the device. Adjust the position of the nail gun according to the position of the nail, and close the hand pull valve after adjustment. 109. On the manual page, click the horizontal cylinder to adjust the distance between the second row of nails and the first row of nails. You can adjust the distance in the horizontal cylinder according to how much position you need to move. 110. On the manual page, press the sports car to descend. Descend to a place where people can reach, and install the coil nails of the small nail gun. (111) After the coil nails are installed, press the manual page, the sports car rises, and then click on nail shooting tool to discharge the empty nails. (112) Click the main page position him again, and then click manual, automatic to switch to automatic mode. 113. At the bottom right of the pallet machine, press the button on the front to put in the wooden board. (114) Click on the display screen. The American Standard mode, the outer side, pressure mode and the automatic and loading mode are red. Continue to click on the European Standard mode, the double column mode, the block mode, and the third row nailing mode is red. 115. Press the start button on the lower right corner of the device, and the device starts nailing. 116. Check on the palletizer whether the position of the nail is the same as the marked position. 117. If the nail moves up, you can click on the parameter on the display screen, enter the password 1, and adjust the distance from the origin to the lower edge of the board. It is now 30, and it can be adjusted to 20.